Hello, good afternoon. We're gonna finish this illustration today and then work on the storyboards for the next 8 pages of this comic. So I'm gonna dive straight in. I did do a smidge of work last night just to like clean up the flats. So yeah. Alright, there we go. So first things first, we're going to Control L, which duplicates my window. Control Shift Q, because I live dangerously to flip this over. Because if you do Control Q, it'll exit out of everything. I wonder if I should change that. Like, make it Control Shift F or something for flip. I'm gonna change that. We go into Preferences. No, not Preferences. File, Shortcut Settings. I'm gonna come over here to View, Flip Horizontal, and Control Shift F. Good. You can tell that this doesn't belong to anything else, because if it did, it would show up down here as a conflict. So Control Shift F will be our flipped horizontal, and you notice it's not under layer because we don't want it to be a permanent change, we just want to view it. This is the fastest way to catch drawing mistakes. And I just realized that since I finished drawing, we don't actually need it, so we can close that. Let's open up my tools over here so you can see what I'm using. Hello! Over on Twitch! Welcome! First time chatter. Hi! How's it going? It would help if my little avatar moved when I spoke. There we go. Alright, what are we doing? We're shading. Okay. So I'm gonna do this on 2 different layers. We're gonna duplicate this layer by doing Control F. And we're gonna put down a mask so that I can focus on 2 pairs of figures at the same time. It's just gonna make life easier in the long run if we split these guys up. Which I realize I probably should have done when I was doing my flats, but hindsight. Because it's on a multiply layer, they're gonna have to be distinct. Good news is I have a shortcut, so we don't have to do this twice. Oh no, wait. I want these 2 together. Okay. pretty good. How about you? I'm doing alright. I'm much better than I have been over the last month. I've been kinda like slowly creeping towards burnout over the last month, and I redid my my to-do list such that I won't overwork or try to meet unreasonable deadlines that I set myself. So, yep. Dan, looking great, thank you! Alright, so, we have our selection, right? Quick way to inverse that, Control-Shift-I, and now it's selecting the other half. I'm gonna go into the other multiply layer, and hit this, automatically makes a mask. So, we're able to do, grab the warm shadow, this, oh, hold on. There we go, we're able to do this, and that, without the two affecting each other. Wonderful. This is gonna make life so much easier. Oh gosh, alright, and here comes, oh, my lazy method of shading. Now, this is an illustration, which means I can get more detailed. But will I? Should I? Let's find out. I'll zoom in just a bit. If you hold down spacebar and Alt, and you use the horizontal line, you can zoom in and out really quick. I discovered that on accident. Hello, Johnny. Welcome. Over on the YouTube side. We stream both on YouTube and Twitch, by the way, Fat Grandpa. 6,000. What a username. Alright, so we're gonna grab our dark shadow and use the gradient down tool to sort of fill in vertically the shading. And I'm not gonna be super precise with this because you'll see later. Oh. Actually, yeah, alright. And then that, this, one. Yee, goated name, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, since it's your first time here on my stream, let me introduce myself. My name is Sera, S-E-R-A. I make webcomics. The art you see on the screen is called My Gentle Giant. This is actually not one of my comics. I'm the main artist that's helping finish this comic series. It belongs to the company Lava Boy Comics, and you can read it on Webtoon. It is a cute little BL teenage romance coming of age story. Over on Twitch, if you want to write !comic, you will get a link to all of my comics, where I largely make urban fantasy thrillers. At least my main comic, Bones Tarot, is an urban fantasy thriller that is actually a second chance love story. Like, twice over. It's a fun adventure if you're into that sort of thing. So that's the other comic that I work on while on stream. But since it's the beginning of the month and I have reprioritized My Gentle Giant is my main project at the moment. So if you are a fan of any of those types of comics, I urge you to check them out. They're really good. Nice to meet you, Sarah. You can call me, well, whatever you want to call me. I feel like it'd be rude to keep calling you Fat Grandpa. What if I just say Grandpa? Streams are fairly chill. I normally don't have much to talk about unless someone like talks in the stream. I think I made this too much. Some shadows here. There we go. You can airbrush anything that the gradient doesn't do for me. This is a bit more detailed than the type of shading I do for my comics. The shading is my least favorite thing to do. I like drawing. I like drawing a whole bunch. But the drawing stage is over, and now I have to make the colors suit the illustration. I always felt my illustration skills were a bit lacking, but that's just because I have trained a very different set of skills. When you make comics, right, it's about efficiency more than rendering, whereas on illustrations you can spend like 100 hours on it. You cannot spend 100 hours on comics, like a single page. You gotta pick your battles. You learn really quickly to pick your battles. Yes, awesome. Oh no, did I deselect everything? Don't do that. I feel like I did that on autopilot. Ugh. One of my goals this year was to not do art on autopilot. Because like, you reach a point where you've reached a certain level of skill in a thing, and then you have like all these habits, right? And not all habits are good habits just because you've been doing them. And so I've noticed, like, I took inventory of things that I do when I draw, and I'm like, I would like to change this. And one of them is being more mindful when I work, because when you make mistakes, it costs time to fix them. And so one of my goals was to be more mindful while drawing. And that's where streams help, because as I explain how I work, I have to actually be more mindful of how I do things. So here we have like our basic sort of like almost posterized gradient of cell shading. So first things first, I'm gonna get my blur tool and I'm gonna soften everything up. So a lot of these drop shadows don't need to be blended sometimes, you can just soften them. That way we can leave the drop shadows where they ought, and then blend the areas that need a gradient. Okay. Oh, right. That's why I wanted to duplicate this. So if we duplicate this, and I have a shortcut set for print size, right? So this is the size on my screen that people will get it in, because this is a postcard print. Having this on the side helps me not get lost in the details that will get lost when this thing finally becomes 4 by 6 inches. Oh, alright, now we got our blend tool. We're just gonna soften the areas that don't have a hard edge. But we can still keep our shading gradient, which is nice. It is a shortcut. We don't want to overblend it, because we still want a little bit of a clear transition, but yeah, I don't know. This is not an exact science, and I am no expert in, like, rendering form with shadow and light. I do that with line work. I'm a drawer, not a painter. I learned that about myself a long time ago. Well, that looks nice. This is one of those stages that can become mindless really quickly if you're not careful. And then the next thing you know, you've like blended everything, so it's all just look like it's airbrushed. It's like this careful dance between softening edges and then just having that sort of like airbrushed look that you see when someone's starting to learn digital art and shading. It happens a lot to beginners. It happened to my art like ages ago. Happens to all of us. I'm gonna hold on here. Let me blend that. Oh, wrong layer. There we go. Oh hey Tim! Will there be text across the top left? You know what? There probably should be. You're right. That's a good idea that I had not considered, but if I grab this... Ah no, wrong folder. Come up here. Thank you. Hi. You're gonna sit here, well within the bleed edge. Because when they print, they're gonna need an edge to... Nice. Let's see, how do I want to do this? If I duplicate that, Gaussian blur... Oh, it's already got an edge! Cancel. What do you look like if I turn this off? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, Gaussian blur. Ah, there we go. That's what I want. I want like a little bit of a glow around it. And then if I put that on the screen, it's a little bit brighter. Excellent. It just has to be legible. Two pixels. It's like when it's this small, you don't see like these scrungly edges. One of these days I'm gonna have to create a new logo that's like vectorized. But today is not that day. Instead, I think this looks great. This looks adorable. It's so cute. Oh my god. Alright, back to blending. Thank you, Tim, for that suggestion. I mentioned it because I've seen some raw book cover designs and they're careful to leave a lot of space at the top for title, author, blurb, number one, whatever. Yeah, the thing is, like, this isn't a cover, this is just a postcard. But having, I think, MGG up there suits the composition. I'll ask my manager, I'll ask the person I'm working on this with, which version she likes better, and I'll just give her both versions. Incidentally, I feel like this could be a good cover for, like, the webtoon itself. Like, legit, looks great. And it suits the it suits the story, too. I should bring that up with her, too. That'll actually make life easier and save her some money. And I would like to do that. It's expensive to... Like, I'm expensive for like, commissions. I don't do, like, public commissions anymore. I do them by word of mouth. You have to, like, know me personally to obtain a commission because I'm so expensive. My time is valuable. And illustrations take heckin' forever. But they always end up looking nice. At least, I hope so. I have a very long-standing, what do you call it? Insecurity about my ability to do illustrations. Like, I'm such a comic artist. I'm too impatient. Too impatient for illustrations. Everything I make, I'm like, gotta go fast. Faster the better, obviously. But that's just me. That's just me. I have no patience. I get bored easily, even with my own work, and if I reach a point where I'm like, this looks fine, I will abandon it. So, done a lot of introspection to get there. Oh, nope. I have my hotkeys set so I can jump between blend and blur with a single key press. Very useful for workflow because I keep using them back and forth. Case in point. Tim, I'm not an artist, but I still agree. Don't underprice your time and effort. Too many do or feel they have to. You are right, yeah. You'd be surprised, like, I mean, you probably won't be surprised, but yeah, you're right. Like, there's a psychological aspect to pricing and what people will think of your work when it's priced a certain way. And there's always, like, a sweet spot. My best example would be indie video games. A lot of games that are considered shovelware are, like, 99 cents or just, like, a couple dollars. I see it in visual novels. If a visual novel is priced at $2.99, it is not a good visual novel. I know because I've downloaded some of them, and I'm just like, wow, I wasted $3. This is awful. Whereas a good price point, starting price point for a decent indie game is like $5 minimum. And then really good visual novels that are made by like a good indie team would be somewhere around 12 to 15, and then you've got professional web novels. Not web novels. Did I keep saying web novels? I mean visual novels. Not web novels. But visual novels that are really good are like definitely like $12 and above and stuff like that. Like professional ones are very much up there. The ones that run like 30 hours or more, easily 24 to like 50. I really love visual novels. You can tell a lot by their price points. A lot of indie games sit nicely between $5 and $15, especially for solo devs. But yeah, there's like a minimum amount that audience expects to pay for a good game. And it's the same for art and commissions. That's why, like, on the high end, I'm $60 an hour for art. That's like my aspirational amount. In reality, it's like 35 to 45 an hour. It balances out because I don't work by hour very often unless I'm trying to do something new and I don't know how long it'll take me to do a thing. Whereas drawing illustrations, I'm like, oh, this will take me about, 3 hours, so I'll price it this much. And stuff like that. Oh no, it's ad time! I'm sorry, I've talked through ads. I'll wait for ads to end. Hold on. Dang it. Okay, got distracted for a second, but yes, it's ad time. Sorry if you missed something. I need to get better at ad stuff. Anyway, shovelware, you googled it? Yes! Yeah, it's a term I've learned through osmosis, but it is very useful. It's useful for like online stuff. I think it's mostly in the indie game space, but yeah, people like quilters being told, oh, that's beautiful, I'll give you $40, when that wouldn't even cover the cost of materials. The real cost of handmade quilt is more like $600. Yeah. It's also like that for crochet. Crocheted blankets are insanely expensive. I have created 2 full-size bedspread blankets, and each of them took a year to make because I'm busy. I get distracted. But the cost of the yarn to make those blankets was like $300. And I got like nice soft yarn too. One of them is like my bedspread right now. So yeah, even on the cheaper end of yarn, the amount of yarn you need to make a good blanket is like $300 minimum. Yep. The cost of handmade goods, right? You're paying to cover the cost of their materials and the cost of like their time and expertise. Like it's wild. It's like that famous Picasso quote, where he drew a doodle on a napkin and he's like, that's $400, and she's just like, what? The person who asked him if he could try, he's like, how is that $400? It's like, it's a doodle on a napkin. It took you 5 minutes. And he's like, yeah, but it took me 30 years to be able to do that in 5 minutes. And it's just that vibe that I think it feels like it's been lost in light of like today's hustle culture. And it is a bit disappointing, but I mean, I feel like it's always been that way. We're just more aware of it now. Like, whenever we think about how things have changed or are developing, how much of that is actually a new development and how much of that is just, we're just more well-connected now, so we have more access to anecdotal evidence. Like, the idea that art has always been sort of devalued. You know, like, I feel like it's always been that way, because we hear about rock star artists of, say, Renaissance fame, but then you also have to consider, like, it wasn't just these, like, 5 dudes making shit. There must have been hundreds of down-and-out artists trying to find patrons. And artist assistants to the famous people who never got their own name recognition. You know? I think about that sometimes. Of trying to give myself perspective in this increasing environment of art as commodity. And, you know, pricing art and valuing our creativity appropriately, because if the artist doesn't do that, no one else will kind of do it for you. Or rather, someone else will do it for you, and you'll just think the way that they think and then devalue yourself, and that's no way to live. I think about this a lot. I'm trying to do more, like, self-care and stuff. So it brings a lot of awareness to the forefront of, like, oh, I have been doing X, Y, and Z, and that's what's causing burnout! And that doesn't help nobody. Especially the people who like my stories. I have to stay in top shape for them. Not preaching to the choir, preaching to the one who's pastor of the church for 35 years. I'm not even 35 yet. Let's see. In engineering, the Picasso joke is, why did you bill us $10,000.50? 50 cents to insult the bolt to fix the machine, 10,000 to know where to put it. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see, entire studios, I think, were assistants to the master, and maybe even signing his name. Yep. That makes sense to me. That sounds about right. That sounds right. And I feel like studios also have always been a thing. That said, not everyone is a creator in the purest sense. Sometimes people are craftsmen. There are people with a lot of technical expertise, but no real desire to communicate through art. And I feel like craftspeople are just as valuable, right? As the quote-unquote artists or creators. Because, like, not everybody, like, wants to make art as communication, but a lot of artists do. Some people just like coloring, for instance. And eventually, when I can afford an assistant, I would happily hand off coloring to anybody else so I could just draw. Because that's where my joy lies. Irony of ironies, I am the main renderer, colorist for Sharpen Rabbit. And I'm good at it too. It's not my love when it comes to art. But I do it because it pays well. And I really like Archia's art. It's an honor to get to color Sharpen Rabbit, not gonna lie. It's just, shading gets so, I don't know, precise. Especially when I do it like this. At least I found a way that I can tolerate, and it doesn't feel like I'm going slowly. Beads. Almost there. Almost done. You can see it building out over on this side. Oh. 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 So far, so good. We're almost there. Oh, it's fine. It's fine, I can do this. I'm not bored. I'm getting very close to it. Oh, it doesn't help that I'm kind of working in silence at the moment. The music that you guys hear, the little lo-fi stuff in the background, I don't hear that. Maybe I should. But sometimes, like, I listen to, like, YouTube videos. I should turn on a video I've been listening to, actually. Let's do that. Boop. Alright. There we go. That's better. Oh no! Oh, it duplicated. Save. Cool. Let's get to blur. Alright, we finished shading! I finished the task I enjoy the least. Yay! There we go. Moment of celebration over. Let's move on. Next. Gradient. Light. That is so bright. Okay, we're gonna duplicate this layer. We're gonna grab that, mask it here, grab this, mask it there. That way my gradients can be... There we go. More targeted. Okay. That's better. That's better. Boop, 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 boop. Nope. Wrong color. Green. Alright. Next is, where did I keep? Oh no. Why does this not appear? It's not even a good one. Ah, here we go. Here it is. You know what? Let's do this instead. Okay. I keep going back and forth on how to do hair highlights, but I think in the end, I always lean on more control of the shape than the shortcut of a brush. I always come back to this. I keep flipping back and forth. This is better. Yay for doing things that you don't like to do. Thank you, Tim. I needed that. Validate me. No, it's fine, but thanks. There we go. It's nice. Oop, oop, oop. Womp. Open the line work. Okay, here we go. Now. We are almost done. Literally on the finishing touches. I'm gonna do a thing. Alright, in the future, I need to remember to put figure groups on different layers. Life would be a lot easier right now if I had done that for this illustration. But that is a lesson for the future. Time to get up and stretch. Boo. Alright, fine, I'll get up. Give me a second. Alright, we're back from ads. Tim redeemed stand up. I have stood up. I have stretched. I'm even gonna drink some water. It's my water bottle here again. I have a standing desk. And I've gotten up. I'm on my feet. This is actually very good for me, and I should do it more often. That was the whole point of buying the dang thing, right? I've got a little, like... It's not electric, it's one of those pneumatic ones. You just hit the lever and I can pick everything up. And now I draw. With proper drawing posture. Once upon a time, when I was in college, I used to be in 3-hour classes. Is it 3 hours or like an hour and a half? I don't know. Studio classes that involved standing for an hour and a half at a time drawing at an easel on gigantic newsprint paper and using my entire arm to do it. I have done my best to replicate that in my digital studio. And I think I've done it. The tablet, the standing, and just all that stuff. Oh, that's... Oh. having this white outline is good. Help differentiate the groups and then differentiate them from the background. That looks nice, but we're not done yet. Boop. That's just the line work. And now, foreground effects. Let's make our sparkles big. Too many sparkles. I don't know if I like them. Let's get rid of them. We don't need them. But I do need flying sakura petals. So, since we got... Alright, I want there to be a color jitter here. I want there to be a slight variation of the pink colors. And I think I know how to... What's this? What's color mixing? Oh, wait, that's with the That's with the background. Here we go. So color jitter, where it will change brush tip color. And so this is with like no change. But if I make it let me get dark. No, this is light. Blend with subcolor. That's not doing. What's this? Change. Ah, here we go. Main and subcolor. Alright. Don't want that. So let's get these guys back to 0. Alright, so that's what we have currently. Let me zoom in on this so everyone can see it nicely, right? So these are the petals sans color jitter. Now I don't want there to be too much variance, but enough. What is, okay, so that's what the effect is for luminosity. I kind of like that. Okay, okay. Saturation. Ooh, maybe a little less. Okay, okay, can live with that. Now hue is going to be a delicate change because we don't want it to change too many colors all the time. So that's -10. What's the difference between -10 and like, what's plus? Right? What's minus? I guess it's alright, well, if I put it at 60, right, that's too much color change. What if I put it at 30? Still too much color change. What if I put it at 15? No, 20. Alright. Maybe this. No, I want less luminosity change. I don't want them to get too dark. That's kind of nice as a variety of colors, right? What if I do it at +20? Alright, I like this better. I don't know why, but the vibe is better. I think because the hue, you're making it go towards more red versus going more towards yellow. Alright. I think I enjoy this, so I made it so the change brush tip color can be activated or deactivated. So we turn that off, it goes back to normal. We turn it on, we have our variety. Excellent. Now, big brush. Okay, so first, we're gonna go big petals for uber foreground. There, yeah. I like having gigantic things more in the corners. Okay, so we're gonna take this, gonna add not a Gaussian blur, but a motion blur. Boop. I'm gonna take this, I make it a strong strength first so that I know the direction that they're, yep, that's the direction I want. Now we're gonna lower the strength so that they're only flying. And then we're gonna Gaussian blur because they're really close to us and they're out of focus. Okay. So petals. We're gonna add shading and highlights to them too, so that they don't get lost. Flapu, I'm awake now. Hi, Flapu! Hello! I'm glad you're awake now. Everyone say hi, Flapu. Our mod is here. Flapu, look, I'm almost done. Alright, next. Medium-sized. It's gonna be less. Nice. Okay, soft Gaussian blur on these. Honestly, I don't think we need more than this. Yeah. Alright. So let's do main petals. There's the shading. I'm gonna put it on multiply. We're gonna duplicate it. That. I'm just gonna grab one of these and delete. Like that. Alright. So now where are these guys? Okay, so they're all over the place. So I'm gonna keep it simple. Shade. And then we're gonna light them. Same thing here. Fade. And light. Okay, do I want a lens flare? Follow-up question, can I create a lens flare? Is there a thing where I can do effect, noise, ambush, open corrections, sort? Nope. Okay. I have a bunch of sparkle brushes. Right? Like I've got stuff I can do. What's the wrong layer? I have stuff that can do like the full fade. Well, not like that. My goodness. That's better. So I can do lighting effects. So are close. Oh wait, I wanted to do like dapple effects. Let's delete that. The mask. Where's my dapple brush? Aha! Do let me think. Do I even want to have sunlight dapples on them? I think I do. I think I really do. It's not that bright. Okay. So if I grab this, I do that. I do this. caution blur. And I lower the opacity so it's not so strong. And then I add a multiply layer underneath. Delete this. Grab this. I don't need shadow, right? Like the dapples are just for the light. And then it'll okay. And don't mind me, I'm talking to myself. Duplicate. And then invert the mask. Like that. Get a smaller brush. Caution blur. Okay. Then we'll make them even lighter. I want it to be more of a texture rather than that's better. I don't want it to overwhelm the composition. We've already got flying petals everywhere. Lapu, good job. Thank you. I didn't realize how much I passed out this morning to recover. Oh no. Well, it sounds like your body scheduled time to rest. Mine did that a lot last week. I would lie down for 5 minutes and I wake up 3 hours later. It was great! I would sleep away the afternoon and like wake up at dinner time last week. It was certainly something. I hope you feel more rested, Flapple. I'm standing up. Thanks to Tim. Okay. The petals are there. They look good, right? So sans petals with petals. It's not too much, right? Oh, Jesus. God. That noise startled me. Alright, Flapple, redeem Boop the Snoot. Are you ready, Flapple? Oh my goodness. That one was on a delay. I'm gonna assume you're ready, Flapple. Here it comes. Here is your boop. Boop! That's for you. What snoot is being booped? Flappu's snoot. See? Flappu's so happy. I'm hydrated. Everyone drink some water. Stretch your neck. Stand up straight. Look away from the screen to rest your eyes. I have. Good job, Fluffy. Yay! Look at us being healthy and taking care of ourselves. It's important. What is this? What is this layer doing? Do you have anything on? There's nothing on here. Go away. I don't need you. Alright. Foreground is done, line work's done, figure renders are done, background renders are done. I improved the picnic blanket yesterday. Very happy with this. Much more. Now we're going to do, let me just remove this for a second. We're going to do the page lighting. So this is the fill light. Warm key. And grab that, bring it here. Okay. This is especially useful because my art is so saturated that when it gets printed in CMYK, it will be darker. So lightening it up like this is gonna be important to how it ends up being printed eventually. Alright, I think that looks nice. It's nice, it's bright, you can see all the details. The shading is very subtle, which honestly, that's starting to be a bit of my signature. As little shading as possible. However little I can get away with. Okay. I think this is good. Because it's gonna be printed on Postcard, which is gonna look glossy, so the richness of the colors will stay. I just don't want anything to get too dark. I think we'll be okay. I think this is alright. So, gonna do that. Oop, oop. Gonna add my noise texture to make it feel like paper. Give it a second to do the thing. Cool, it did the thing. It's very subtle, but it feels very nice. Put that there, green, get rid of that layer. Do I need sound effects and details? No, I do not. Do I need dialogue text? No. But we do have the logo. So, I'm gonna save a version without the logo. So postcard 2 _ no logo, save, 100%, expression color, CMYK. Let's make it 100% quality. Okay. Grab these. Save _ logo. Save. CMYK. Yes. Alright. Babu, I have 121k points. Oh. Oh, so many. So many points. Okay, give me a moment as I send these over to my manager. So I opened it up. This is how it looks in CMYK, right? All of the colors are heckin' brighter than this sort of like soft feel I've got going on. I wonder how I can encourage the CMYK to maybe get closer to my thing. Like, it's like someone put an overlay on it. It's a lot more purple. So, what if... But also, like, CMYK... Hold on. Where's my... I'm gonna compare this to my physical copy of Bones Tarot. Hold on. Okay. So even though it looks like crazy saturated here, let me actually give her a copy of the actual colors in normal computer viewing mode. So now I'm... Oh, for goodness sake. Chrome, don't do this. Sure. Right, so RGB, CMYK. I have a feeling it'll still, like, print out like this. Because this is the weird way ink works. I'm not gonna think too hard. Because I've printed stuff before and I haven't done major, like, color adjustments on it. I haven't needed to. I think it'll be fine. Getting close to mini size. You miss mini? Aw. Well, Floppo, if you go on to Khan's streams, whenever Khan is online, mini is usually over there. That would be the best bet to get to say hi to mini. You know, this is the New Year illustration with CMYK. And then... Oh no, wait, if I open it in Clip, it'll probably... Like, I did a little Happy New Year thing, so this is the illustration. Are you in CMYK? How do I tell? Because that's something I wrote. There's no difference between these two pictures. Why did you turn so purple? Now I am confusion. Hold on. Because in the thumbnail, the colors don't look weird. What if I open it? Photos. Alright, it doesn't look weird when I open it on my computer. Okay. What? I'm not gonna worry too much about it, right? Because the no logo version, yeah, so like it can't even open on CMYK. It just converts it. I think it's fine. I think I'm overthinking this. I'm just gonna sit down because I've been standing until I finished this. Oh, my knees. Alright, so I got feedback on this, and instead of the My Gentle Giant thing, we're gonna say, like, thank you for your support. What was I saying? Right. Instead of the My Gentle Giant logo, we're gonna put a thank you for your support, since these postcards are gonna be sent out with like sales of the actual books or like orders that are made to My Gentle Giant's like store. So let's see. The problem of graphic art colors not wanting to color, I know, right? I don't deal with printing very often, but I do want it to, like, you know, look nice. So we're gonna grab my gradient SFX brush. We're gonna make it big. Big. There we go. That way I can say I'm gonna write this first, and then I'll fit it. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate it so we just have this layer on standby. Turn this all back on. Grab this. If I make it sort of dark blue first, then add gradient soft purples around the edges. Oh no, I want to multiply, no wonder. Okay. And then let's thicken this up so that it is more legible. So I'm gonna have a cursive version. Now I'll make a block print version. I'm gonna use this, that. copy. Do a similar coloring for this. Oh, oh. So option 1. Oh, actually, I can do this thing. Where's my... Here we go, layer comps. This is option 1 versus E. Okay. That's hard to use. Fine, I'll put that up there. So, option 1, option 2. I'm gonna save each. Oh no. Tank V1. Okay. Tank V2. Yep. Okay. So while she looks at that, I'm gonna say that the art for this is done, and now it's just detailing and finalizing how we want it to look. So in the meantime, I'm gonna open up chapter 14, which, oh boy, look at how many pages there are. We're already on like page 80. This is gonna go past 100 pages, and I'm gonna have to make a brand new studio file to fit this. Gosh dang it. I probably should have just cut it in half and like ended it during the scene transition when they like split up. But for now, this is, it can be a volume all on its own. Alright, gonna right click, gonna say add page advanced. We're gonna add 8 pages. Boop. I'm not gonna change any of the settings because it's exactly the same as every other page. I'll wait for it. Oh no, did I forget to put the template in there? I forgot to check if that was checked off. Let's find out. Yeah, it doesn't have the template. Okay. So, first order of business, put the template on each of these pages. I have a layers template. Boop. Right, so sketch ready comic would be here. And I call it sketch ready because the sketch folder is already open. So I noticed with my other template when I like brought it over, it had like the figure render folder open. Because Clip will save the state of the layers when you save it as a template. I just updated my to-do list for the day. Oh geez, my little avatar is freaking out. Oh, the big AC is on, that's why. Let's stop that. Stop. Okay, for a little bit, it's not gonna be as reactive until my main AC turns off. Yeah, I can feel the main. I don't know why, because I've been running a fan, a standing fan, this entire time, and my microphone only freaks out when the AC unit is on. Is it because, like, the AC unit is directly next to my office? Does it pick up, like, the low hum of the machine and just freak out because of that? Is that what this is? Is it not the air, but the... Because if I... Yeah, even just covering my mic. It's not the air, it's the machine. Oh my goodness. I feel like I might have to look into doing a bit of soundproofing. I wonder if that can help. Like if I put something on the wall that is shared with the AC unit, if there's something that can dampen the sound. Maybe even inside the AC unit. No, I don't want it to overheat if it's got like insulation. It's already... The AC unit is like the one thing in the house that's not allowed to break because I do not want to melt in the summer. Well, we'll adjust. Until the AC unit turns off, we're gonna... Yeah. It's the machine. No, Flafu! It's not the BL Android boy. No, shush. Alright. Gonna put these all on the storyboard layer so that we can start. Oh no, wait, even before all of that, we need to put down the script. It's time to do some dialogue. So we go into story, edit text, open story editor, give it a second. We're gonna grab this, we're gonna put it over here. We're gonna close this panel so it's out of the way. Then, the AC turned off. Haha! We're back! Now it's just my voice that will trigger my little thing. I can turn this fan on again. I have like my home AC unit set high so that it doesn't waste time trying to heat up, like cool down the rest of the house, and I have like a standing fan right next to me to help with local room temperature. I think it uses less energy that way. That way I save on electricity. That's the name of the game this year. We are saving every penny humanly possible. And just in case there's a recession. Just in case. Righto. We are on panel 262. Now the most important thing, come over here, gonna choose our text subtool, gonna put it on my gentle giant. Okay, cool. It's not gigantic. I lowered the size of the text on your pages. Or is this one of the ones where like I resized everything and now I have to fix... Did I resize everything? Hold on. No, I didn't. Because I knew it would take forever and I can't do that on stream. So here's the script for My Gentle Giant, chapter 14. It's long. It is a very climactic chapter. And I have written out the beats for a lot of these. So, the last thing that happened was, right, June got interrupted by a phone call. Right, so Crisis. He's gonna hit decline. Alright, here we go. Panel 2, 6. That's the wrong order of numbers. 262 colon. June's finger on the what would you call it? Decline call button. So he taps that. Nope. It's the wrong shortcut. I keep using Scrivener. To strike out on Scrivener, it's just Control slash. Or backslash. No, not backslash. Front slash. But in Google Docs, it's Shift Alt 5. Help if I'm on the right page. Panel 263. June starts to speak again and interrupted by ringing. Was singing dash SFX. And 264. So we're gonna see Aki, but I also want a little bit of Jun's reaction. So we're gonna see the back of his head with the scribble SFX to show he is unhappy. So these three can be in the top row. I can probably put 5 panels on this page. 264, 65. So here, that. It's a good thing I decided to bold all of my notes. Right, back on HTML. 3 panels. Oh jeez. Alright, 1. So 3 panels. We're going to use just 2 of them. So first one will be Chibi, Na, and Ichi. Would it be he hung up on me or he didn't answer? Or would it be more like he cut me off? I feel like he cut me off would be more snappy. Amy. Panel 266. Now calls again. Huffy Chibi. Cute. Okay. That is one page done. Hooray! And then I have this open so that I can very quickly organize these. While moving on. Why not? There we go. There. There. This can come over here. Okay, so that's there. Don't scroll the script so fast, I'm having trouble reading it. Shh, Tim, you don't need to read the script. No, I'll show a little bit. Yeah, I'll show you 8 pages worth. Cut you off? Oh yeah, sorry. I'm trying to speak more out loud the dialogue and the design of the panels. So, 1, I can be less self-conscious about writing out loud, and 2, if there are people who want to, like, hear my thinking out loud as I figure this out, then that is also a thing. Plus, if I say things out loud, all of you get to be my pet rock that I teach how to write the dang comic. Anyway, yeah, Sera loves dialogue. Sera does love dialogue. At first, when I first started making comics, and I got the contract to make Swaha, I was so hecking nervous, specifically about writing dialogue, that I would tell my editor, I'm just like, listen, I have no confidence in my dialogue writing, so I am more than happy to receive your copy editing for the dialogue that I write. And it boosted my confidence a lot, because she would say that, yeah, this is really good dialogue, or at least it was, you know, serviceable. And it ended up being a really good experience for me, which I am grateful for. Gave me a lot of confidence. And then ever since then, I've just, you know, continued to be diligent in learning how to write better and better dialogue, so I'm doing my best. Right. We're gonna come over here, we're gonna make sure that we have black, and set that to white. Oh, I'm gonna have My Gentle Giant frames. I have a separate set of frames for these guys because they are on a smaller page. Let's see, put that there. And we can split these more evenly. Right. I'm gonna put this up here so that Aki will be here, and yeah, the back of Jun's head over here. And then if I grab divide frame border again, I'm gonna put this here, because we want 2 chibis in this panel and 1 in this one. So what I did with Bones Tarot is I kind of drew the sketches as I was storyboarding, and I kind of just wrapped it all into one task so that it's ready to be line arted. I think I may do that here too. That I'm just gonna wrap it all up in one go. So let's grab our design pencil. Let's scoot these panels to the right places. So dialogue text, come up here, and we're gonna stick it inside the dialogue. This is SFX, so that's gonna come into there. These guys are going to stay outside of the main folder. Boop. dialogue, and then for my gentle giant, we don't use my texture thing. Grab all of these, stick them in here, save. In fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set up the border panels for all of these. That way we can put the folders into the right place from the get-go and organize the text dialogue on top of it. So let's just do this task real quick. In fact, I'm gonna copy this and I'm just gonna paste it rather than draw. Aha! Oh no! It disappeared into the dialogue. Okay. I recognize a flaw in this system. I need to come up here first, paste, grab, put. This is how we learn. There we go. We got everything in its place. I'm gonna come over here. Now with our design pencil, go into this storyboard thing. Oh, the ad went by. Goodness. Time is now 2:52. It is. It's now 2:55. Papa, I love being your pet, The Rock Johnson. Thanks. I appreciate it. Now, the one downside of sketching as I work here is that I may not have the best sketches, / they may not have the best composition, but that is a risk I am willing to take. I think I can do a pseudo chibi here. His head seems overturned. Oh yeah, the other thing would be to put in the backgrounds of this stage too. Yeah. I'll put in the backgrounds if we need it as more of an environment. As opposed, I wonder if I have stuff that I can already use. So, let's see. Do I have an angle that suits? What do I need? No, I don't. I would have to open up SketchUp. We can do that later. Oh no, instead of a thing, it would be right, because there's like a little thing where it's like answer or don't answer. Like that's the green button. Could leave him on red. Just gonna simplify. Okay. Yep. There we go. Save. Oh, Flop is going to meetings. Bye! We have 1 hour left to do these sketches. Check messages. Alright, I got feedback on this. Ah, where'd it go? Oh, I put the wrong thing over here. How did that happen? Come over here. Doop. Doop. Now, if I use text, try to make it big. Now, text color. I would have to grab this, get that. Then I can add. Yeah, let's just open that up for now. Gradient. More or less do the thing that I want it to do. So that's one font. Duplicate it. Just that. I'll worry about color in a second. Select all. And then let's choose one more. That might be Sans Serif. So block print seems to be the preferred. Font 1. Okay. Font 2. I have so many JPEG versions of this. We gave her 3 choices. This is the feedback loop. Let's go back to our storyboards, and I'll come back to the postcard should I get more feedback. So, let's come over here. Wait, let me check this. Okay, this is ready to be... I'm just gonna do my line work right on top of this. So, let's just prepare it. Save, and go. Next, I'm gonna come up here. We're going to choose our text tool. And now we will open up the script again. Oop! And I mean, less of a script and more of a treatment. Our next one, one-sided, June answers. Okay. Panel 267. Now, now it works out. This June answered. Panel 268. Do you want any feedback on the postcard image? I mean, at this point, it depends on what the person in charge of doing the products and stuff wants. So, it is whichever font that she likes. And then I'll go ahead and like color it so that it fits into the art a little bit more. Typography is not my strong suit, so it's fine. I know the art is fine. The art is perfect. Font, I'm gonna let her decide. Right, so Did this. I'm gonna have them communicate the fact that they're stuck on the Ferris wheel off screen because the reader already knows that they're stuck on the Ferris wheel. We don't need to reiterate it out loud. Okay, so this would be 2 panels. That means panel 268, Jin finishes talking to Ma. And then it can be something like ... so we'll see you when the Ferris wheel turns on again. There we go. That way we know they're talking about the Ferris wheel and things are explained. Panel 269. Jin lowers the phone with a big sigh. Then thinky bubble. Note to self. Right, so that's 2 panels, 3, so 2 panels up top. And then 2 panels below. It can be a 4-panel page. So 1 more panel here, panel 269. That. Boop. Next, inciting incident. We're back at the Ichi now side. So 1 panel, Ichi stares. Right, we don't need this. Well, actually, yeah, because Ichi doesn't know, so now explaining it to him will work, which then it, like, brings it full circle for the readers. Okay, yeah, we'll keep that, we'll keep that. Ichi stares. Curious. Enter, enter. Where are they? Question mark. Stuck on the Ferris wheel. Let's see. This down. That way it's shorter. Stuck on the Ferris wheel, comma, comma, enter, enter. So it's just us. Fireworks. Now, do I need that prepositional phrase? The art, I have no notes. Just noting some typefaces are more visible at small size, like how I'm seeing extreme view, which you and others already know, I presume. Yeah, yeah. Like, when I... You're right, Tim. So, like, this view right here, for me, on my big screen, because I work on a tablet that's about 24 inches, what I see right here is print size for me. So whatever font we land on, I'll make sure that it's legible from this size. That way when you're holding the postcard in your hand, it'll be legible. So yeah, no worries there. So here we go, page 81. Oh, if I put a question mark here, that can be Ichi's dialogue. Nice! Let me cross this off on my to-do list. I'm gonna grab this. And boop! Oh! Oh no! Okay, right. So you see these red bracketed numbers here. These were notes that past Sera made for the order in which these panels are supposed to show up, because now we're going to be going back and forth between the two sides until the climactic moments for each happen. So this one right here with Jun needs to happen after Ichi. Yes. So these, grab these, gonna control X, enter, control V, gonna renumber it, 268, 269. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Actually, oh, I don't need that. You know, I don't know if I need to switch these two. Alright, so let's see. He hung up. Oh, it's both these panels. But this actually makes more sense after they hang up. So, yay. I'm just gonna undo that. Let me make sure I have my numbering right. 262, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 270. Yes. That makes more sense. Let's arrange the page. Oop, oop. Just gonna get a sense of the width, because these can always be tall panels. It's there. I don't think I need this well. Efficient dialogue always looks pretty. It arranges itself nicely. Here. So I need more room down here. Okay. Let's do this. Do this. That. God, break. Alright, we're back from ads. Yeah. 4 p.m. always sneaks up on me. I've learned to accept it. But today I will end promptly. I hope. Okay. Ugh. I'm awake. I'm not tired. Nice. Save. Okay, so we got our text. Boop, boop. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening already. Three panels. 1, 2, 3. I think the next page is going to be a 3-panel page. Yep. Copy. Panel 271. After 272 panels, we finally, well, 14 chapters. And of the 14 chapter 271 panel, we finally have a first kiss for the main couple. Hooray! We did it. What? No, nothing. You don't see any spoilers here. Shh. I don't know if you read My Gentle Giant. I think you do. Shh. Channel 273. I feel like it deserves a whole half page. First kiss. Yay. Now, I say yay because it's easier to write it than it is to draw it. Drawing kisses is the bane of my existence. There we go. I got warned about offensive words on that last. Was anyone offended? No. I think the auto mod got you. Because normally I can see when something pops up and I can decide what is appropriate or not. Yeah, normally I can show messages caught by automod, but it didn't show up for me. That's weird. My auto mod settings are pretty high though. I saw nothing. I was in a meeting. Yeah, that's weird. Normally it tells us. Normally the chat tells me or the mod. Tall, dark, ... message above? No, I don't. We don't see it. Normally it does show it to us. Weird. I think it glitched. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm sorry the auto mod got you. How dare. My chat is always well behaved. Because it's so small. Maybe you can try again? I don't know. Hey, Flapple, you came just in time to see me attempt to draw a kiss. Something I'm not good at. Why people insist on smushing their faces together, I don't understand. It's always such a chore to draw. No, I'm kidding. It is difficult though. It's hard to draw. I wonder if I have a pose. No. I don't need it. I can do this. It's not like I draw romance. Or anything. All dark and looming. Oh, it's weird. It auto-modded you for Kiss? That's weird. Alright, I think I just have... I have the sensitivity on my moderation really high. Yes, Flapu, I know they're only supposed to hold pinky, but teenagers are allowed to kiss. That's allowed in PG-13. Isn't it? It is. Alright, hold on. I'm okay. I changed the auto mod a bit so that it won't be as aggressive. It objected to... Yeah, it objected to Twink before. That's because it's saying it's bullying, but... like, even with the spaces, it caught you in the auto mod. Ah, I see. Yeah, Yeah, I think it's like ultra sensitive to just all the LGBT stuff and anything probably related to BDSM or stuff like that. Which, I mean, I guess. Because, like, there's a lot of stuff that can be used as slurs that the community has, like, reclaimed, you know? So, maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just an overabundance of caution. Yeah, I know. Twink isn't bullying though, but that's what Twitch says. So I added the term as permitted for my chat. So we should not have this problem anymore. And if we do, I'm gonna manually insert it into acceptable words. Slender Boy? That sounds eldritch. It sounds like a smaller version of Slender Man. BL Slenderman? Oh no. Oh no. It boggles the mind. No, we're not making eldritch romances right now. I still have my BL Lovecraft visual novel to make. And in that one, the romance option is not the monster. Like, it's an actual horror. It's a horror romance. But, like, the main couple are facing the horror. It's a hell of a first date simulator. it's what that game is. That game is literally a first date simulator, but you're in a haunted house with an eldritch being. It's great. I think people will love it. Alright. So, like, in this panel, Jun has to look extra pretty. Like, that is the main goal for this panel. Like, this whole page, I'm gonna go a little extra on the art for. Because it's such a moment. TM. Oh boy. Fingers. Palm. Squishy part of the palm. Alright, that hand right there has officially become future Sera's problem. There are fans who would like to ship the monster. I'm sure they would. But my goal with the BL Lovecraft, like, real talk, jokes aside, I genuinely love eldritch horror stories, and to have a story in which I get to mash up the sort of, like, first date romance thing where you face something truly incomprehensible. The idea that I had initially is that you only get to see, like a glimpse of the monster. Like, you get to see a silhouette and maybe, like, a flash of it before the end of, like, before the true end of the story. My goal with that horror story is to hide the monster completely. So much so that you only get a glimpse at the very, very, very end, so that the monster can retain its kind of ominous aura. Because there's a thing in horror where, like, the moment you reveal the monster, it gets a little less scary. And so the goal is to, like, I got distracted. The goal is to maximize that. Monster tease. Yeah, sure, fine. Yes, Flapu, if we want to summarize it, that's the plan. Honestly. Okay, I found a reference for the kiss, and I'm about to do my best. Remember that. Sera always does their best. So... worked hard. Down. Forehead. Oh jeez, okay, hold on. Neck, deltoids, collarbone. Chest. Over. That's one half. Now we're gonna make a new layer, because I bet I'm gonna have to adjust this. So here, that's the jaw. There is a tilt. Yep. How does one do this? Okay. Watch this take the rest of the time. Swear to God, his glasses being in the way. Why? Why did we give June glasses? You ever wonder why none of my characters wear glasses? So I don't have to draw them. Okay, so that looks wrong. This looks a little less wrong. Ear, head, eye, and you know what? The curve is like this. That's the cheek. There's the triangle for the eye, right? The eye is now future Sera's problem. Neck, clavicle, shoulder. This, that's blocked off. Oh my god. Adam's apple. There's that other muscle. There's the center. There's this. There's his hand. So that is also down here. That's the center of the collarbone. That curls. Nope. I always have to tilt it further than I realize. That looks more correct. Am I crazy? I think the original creator would be proud of what's transpiring. May they rest in peace. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure M would like this. Bringing a happy ending to all of her characters. Okay. Sketch-wise, I think this looks fine. I think I can probably pull off my line work off of this. Nothing seems super egregious, except for Jun's forehead. Okay. His head is tilted slightly away from us, which is why we can see underneath his chin. So if I get rid of this, right? His eye is here. That means his nose, right? See-through is over here. His head is tilted that way. So there's the eyebrow. There's the fold of the head. There's the hairline. This is the base of the head back here. So that's the bottom of his skull. Which means his hair will be doing one of these. There we go. That looks less wrong. More effort for more important panels. Alright. It looks a little scrungly, but I think this'll work. Future Sera problem. Indeed. This has now become Future Sera's problem. If his eye's here, then his nose is over there. The anatomy wisdom only the great artist can produce. Yeah. Oh, can't have Uncanny Valley vibes here. Yeah. Oh no! I didn't know it would do that. I accidentally refreshed the chat. Okay. You know what? I can live with this. I'm not fully settled on his eye. Like, I want him to look surprised, but pleased. Now, how do I do that? It's like, I mean, the easiest thing would be to just draw Jun with his eyes closed and call it a day. But I'm sitting here being like, yeah, but how can I add nuance to this moment? Ugh. You know what? I say this often enough, I should take my own advice. And the advice is, pick your battles. So we're just gonna go eyes closed. Eyes closed, life easy. Everyone's happy. No one's gonna complain. Okay. Now. No! Now, let's resize it so that they take up all of the space that I have so generously granted them on this page. There we go. The kiss is now more or less landing on the rule of thirds point, so composition successful. I'm awesome and good at what I do. Click okay, okay. Save. The ads are running. At least I noticed it while there were still 50 seconds left and not 10. I'll drink some water while I wait. Seconds left. I'm not having an existential crisis. I'm just tired. It's like I'm working and still recovering from like the early stages of burnout, you know, just before it gets too bad, but I'm still like tired? They couldn't hear your reasoning behind that? That's fine. No one needs my reasoning. Anyway, we're back from ads. And there's 8 minutes left. Or 7. Whatever. Hey, this sketch looks fine to you guys, right? Like, if you saw this in a comic, you'd be satisfied. Right? If Flapu likes it, then I'm fine. Looks fine? Thank you, Tim. Anyway. What was I saying? Don't know. But hey, we got 3 pages storyboarded, not bad. And by storyboard, I mean it also was sketched. I have not gotten feedback on the text for the postcard, but that is a-okay. We can worry about that on Friday. I see the redeems. Meditative breathing? Can I do that off stream? I do that with Finch. I have the little self-care app has breathing exercises. I might as well get the little lightning bolts while I'm at it. Alright, flap and redeem, boop the snoot. Let's do that while we got 5 minutes left here. Are you ready? Boop! That's for you. Now, review of what we got done today. We finished coloring, shading, and everything for the postcard. The art is done and finished, and we just need to settle on text. Then we did 3 pages of scripting, storyboards, and sketches. So 3 out of 5 pages are done on those, by that stage. Whatever phrase was necessary there. So we're calling it a day for today's live stream. As always, thank you for giving me company. I appreciate it. If you're over on YouTube, be sure to like the live stream and subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that YouTube will actually tell you when I go live. If you're over on Twitch, all you have to do is follow and you will get automatically notified. It's really nice. And links are in the description on YouTube for all of my comics and socials, and you can find all that by yelling at Nightbot. Over on the Twitch side, you see the title of my Twitch stream. It says exclamation comic or exclamation social. That's how you can grab that information from Nightbot, who is obligated to tell you. That's it for today. I have a day off on Thursdays, but I will be back on Friday at the usual time, usual place. I hope to see you there. Thank you, and goodbye. Bye-bye.